Alright guys, the Madman is back once again. Now that I've had a little time to recuperate, let's move along to day 2. Day 2 started out with a 2-hour ride to Charlotte, North Carolina. found ourselves at Royal Enfield of Charlotte. Good morning, everybody. It's the Madman here once again. We are at Royal Enfield of Charlotte. That's right, Charlotte, North Carolina. We are here. They are also a Harley-Davidson dealer, but we won't talk about that. Here in a few minutes, I'm going to go inside and give you a walkthrough, of course, and later an interview with the owner, Ken. Be right back with you. Another tour. Alright guys, we have made our way inside Royal Enfield of Charlotte, which is also Harley-Davidson of Charlotte. It's in the same building, but we'll pretend they're not here. Now let's take a look around. Right over in this corner, we've got the Royal Enfield and Vespa area. and an interview with the owner, Ken. Hey everybody, I am here with Ken Litpack, and we are at Royal Enfield of Charlotte. Ken, I've got 10 questions here, and these are the top 10 questions that my subscribers and some forum members wanted to know. They're not too hard. So.
All right, I'll do my best.
All right, how long have you been in the motorcycle industry?
35 years in the motorcycle industry, owning dealerships the last 25 of that.
Okay, excellent. How did you get started in the industry?
Well, like most everybody else, as a kid, riding, and just had a passion for motorcycling, and so when I graduated college and I was ready to go out and start earning a living, I thought, you know, what better way could I figure on earning a living than doing something that I love?
Absolutely. What changes have you noticed over the years that you've been involved?
Well, a lot. Obviously, over 35 years, you see a lot of changes in product, a lot of changes in trends within product from the different manufacturers, and I've you know, been a part of a lot of different brands. So you see all of those types of changes, and one of them being, you know, Royal Enfield, establishing Royal Enfield North America just a couple years ago, and really taking focus on the U.S. market. And it's when I got very interested in being part of that.
All right. What exactly brought you to Royal Enfield?
Well, I believe that with the shifting in demographics of a lot of the people out there in the sport, there is, you know, let's face it, the millennial generation is now the largest generation of consumers in the marketplace. And bringing them into the sport, I felt like for the product that we were offering, we needed some more options in the lighter and mid-weight size motorcycles at really affordable, great value price points. And Royal Enfield offers that. You know, with the Himalayan and the on-off-road opportunity for an adventure bike. The 500 Classics are a fantastic way, and now they're going to be releasing very shortly the new 650 Twins. So when I was doing my research on Royal Enfield and dealing with Rod Copes, who is the president of Royal Enfield North America, he shared with me that the intention of Royal Enfield is to really live in that middleweight size from 400 cc's to 650 cc's, and that price point from roughly $4,500 to about $7,000. So that was what really interested me, because I saw that as a great opportunity.
Oh, absolutely. Can you tell us a little bit about your sales to date? I know you're kind of new in the game, but how have your Royal Enfield sales been?
Very well in a short period of time. As you pointed out, this is now we're at the middle of August. So in May, we got our first delivery of Royal Enfield motorcycles. It was 3 Himalayans, 2 retail units, and then 1 for demo, which we still have here so that people are able to come in and demo ride them. We sold those 2 units within 10 days, and then we put in a reorder both for more Himalayans and for the 2018 version of the 500 Classic, which was just getting ready to come out in June. We got our next shipment. Unfortunately, it took a little while, but we didn't get it until July, and that included 2 more Himalayans and I think it was 8 Classic 500s. So in the 4 weeks since that time, we again sold both Himalayans. So that's 4 of those that we sold now, and we sold 3 of the 8 500 Classics, and another one scheduled to go out today.
Excellent. And that is a chrome one, right?
It is a chrome one, yes. I don't know how you do that, but that is correct.
Low seat put on it?
Well, yes.
I just spoke to the guy out. So
oh, okay.
He asked me how I got my low seat.
Oh, fantastic. Gotcha. Okay, so yeah.
That's great. That means there's more Enfields in the area.
There are more Enfields in the area. There's a definite growing awareness that they're here, that Royal Enfield is really concentrating on the U.S. market now and bringing over product and setting up a broader dealer network, of which we're an example of, to be able to service the customers that have an interest and appreciation for Royal Enfield.
Absolutely. What services do you provide at your location here?
So we're a full-service dealer, so we provide all service work on them. We're bringing in, starting to carry some of the accessories, as you pointed out, the low seat, which is a great option. We just got in some exhaust systems. We've got some saddlebags on order, some of the apparel. So we'll be doing the full service, from a service department standpoint, whether it's routine maintenance, repairs, or customization. We'll have inventory in stock, both from a standpoint of accessories, parts, and also we have some apparel on order as well that we're waiting to have come in.
Excellent. Do you offer, or will you offer, custom or performance tuning for the Royal?
We probably will, because we do that on all the other brands that we sell, so it's a matter of kind of walk before you run type situation. We typically do enjoy doing that type of work on them, so I would suspect that we will be very shortly.
I think everybody in the motorcycles enjoys it.
Yeah, absolutely. We all like to make our bike our own.
Oh yeah.
And so, part of that is how we're going to ride the bike, and so that could be a performance-oriented preference. It could be an aesthetic preference on we want to change the look a little bit, and it could be simply a fitment situation, changing a handlebar or a seat to get the proper positioning for the best optimal comfort for that individual.
What would you say sets you apart? I know it's kind of early on, but what would you say would set you apart from the other dealers in the area?
Well, we're taking a very aggressive position on inventory. So in the Himalayan, there's two color options right now: the Arctic White and the Graphite. So it's our intention to have those both in stock, as well as a demo model available for people to ride. There are a lot more color options available on the 500 Classic. I think, if I remember correctly, you've got 3 or 4 of the what I'll call the base colors, so the black, the tan, and the blue. So 3, and then you've got at least 4 of the matte finish bikes. The Stealth being new this year in the black, and then you have the military colors, the green, the tan, and then new this year I believe is the gray, and there's also a squadron blue color, and then you have 3 different versions in the chrome, where you've got the black inset, the gray inset, and a green inset. So we started out, as I said, with 8 of those options, so we're carrying a wide line so that we can hopefully have what a customer wants in stock without a wait. And if not, we'll do our best to get it as quickly as possible.
Sounds excellent. What would be your overall opinion of Royal Enfield so far?
So I'm very, very impressed. Impressed from a standpoint of their commitment to that space in the market that we talked about, that middleweight space. I have known Rod Copes, who is the president of Royal Enfield North America, for quite some time. He previously was with another manufacturer that I also represent, so I've known him from that. And so I have a great deal of respect for Rod, and I know his intentions and his enthusiasm in really expanding the Royal Enfield brand here in all of North America, not just the U.S. The product is very, very good. Again, when you look at the price point, the dollar for dollar value that you get, there's a lot of quality there when you look at the componentry. And for instance, on the 500 Classics this year, adding the rear disc brake, ABS brakes. You look at the instrumentation, especially when you look at something like the Himalayan, where you've got both digital and analog readout. You've got a compass, you've got gear position indicators, you've got side stand indicator. They really came in at a very low price point, but they did not cut the features or the quality. And that's very impressive.
And that's one of the things that attracted me to Royal Enfield to begin with.
There you go.
Where do you see Royal Enfield's future, and do you have any predictions?
Well, just looking back at the accomplishments that Royal Enfield has made, if you look at where they were from a production standpoint worldwide, say in 2010 at roughly about 50,000 units, and then by 2015, only 5 years later, being at about 500,000 units, and last year being just a little under 1 million units, there's obviously some very significant success and growth. And so I think that they're starting at a very base level here in the U.S., because there really wasn't a lot of focus on the U.S. market before. But now that there is, I would suspect that if we're looking 3 to 5 years down the road, we're going to see some very impressive growth of the sale and ownership and enjoyment of Royal Enfield motorcycles here in the U.S.
Absolutely. Well, Ken, it has been a pleasure.
It's my pleasure as well. Before you end the interview, I just want to wish you well and safe travels on your trip. I appreciate your passion around the brand, and you're deciding to, you know, not just talk about it, but, you know, show everybody how great the bikes are, how much fun they are to ride, that you can take the bike on a long trip over a long period of time, and you know, I look forward to hearing more about your travels.
And this is probably the first leg on a long venture. I probably plan, you can count on this, I probably plan on hitting every dealership in the country and into Canada.
Wow, fantastic.
And I'm going to try to do it on the same bike.
That's great. That's great. It looks like you're going to put some miles on, so when you're back in town, if you need any help with the bike, any service, whatever, we're happy to take care of you. And of course, if there comes a point in time where you're ready to move up and maybe explore one of the new 650s, we'll be happy to take care of that as well.
That's another video.
Coming soon.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. And again, this was Ken, Royal Enfield of Charlotte. If you're in the area, you can check them out. Thanks.
Now, he also let us take a look at the service department. All right, now I've got a special treat for everyone. Ken has allowed us to access his service department. Let's go back there and take a look at what's going on. All right, guys, here we are in the service department. And on the lift behind me is a sick Royal Enfield. I know it's hard to see and it's hard to hear about. Shifting problems. Let's take a closer look.
See, it's taking them free, and I think what that does is that's going to allow, if I take that top part off, that's going to allow me to gently pull that shaft out of there and take it with the springs and all that. So that start is going to come off.
But here's a bit of good news. If you look around, there's only one Royal Enfield on the bench. But look at all these Harleys. That one's so sick it fell all the way apart. You just threw up its engine. Alright guys, well that's it for now, and I'd like to thank everybody here, and I'd like to thank you for watching. I'll see you in Georgia. And then it was off to Georgia. Now some of the footage was kind of lost due to a large bug hitting the lens of the GoPro. So that is what it is. Now we passed through South Carolina. into Georgia. Where we stayed the night in Macon.
Alright guys, it's been a long day. Me and Fieldy here are going to get some sleep. We'll see you tomorrow for day 3's adventure here in Macon, Georgia.
On day 3, we will see the dealership in Macon and the dealership in Marietta, Georgia. And then it will be off to Florida, where we do a lot of interstate riding. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it.